Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel, Govin English Teacher. Today, a great personality, a respectful speaker, regular speaker, responsible speaker is here with us, and he's Harish Prajapati from Nagpur. Today, we're going to talk over the topic how to develop leadership skills.
Yes, we are going to talk about a leadership skill. We have to understand the parameters. Some of the parameters are there. Leaders are born, not made. And to some extent, I do believe in this concept also. There are so many people, those who have been working hard, but today still they are not leader. They are known as a slave. I'm not using discriminative concept, but this is a fact. Why I'm saying, look at a Nelson Mandela, look at a MK Gandhi, look at a Nehru, any personality. There are some of the skill which must be needed in order to become a great leader. You definitely can learn, but yeah, it must come naturally. And anything which is possible when you would be really serious toward that particular factor or the particular goal. I would explain first when we do talk about a leadership skill, there are people, those are working somebody else 15 hour, 10 hour, they are slave. But the same work if you would do 10 hour, 15 hour, under your own, you are the king. But it is really difficult task. Let me give you an example. I can't do exercise for myself, you know, because it takes consistency and I don't have that. On the other hand, somebody released a job to do exercise and he said, I would give 10,000 per month if you would do exercise particularly. It would become my job and I would do exercise. Here are two things can be learned. Number one, as your discipline, which you don't have on you. Number two, motivation. Somebody would give you money. But what I'm expecting to you, health can't be disciplined. I don't know why there might be so many reasons people are not serious about their health. But now, what kind of thing can be done in order to be great leader? One of the best skills that I have, and I would like to tell people, which is you must be a great speaker. Why I have been saying this? Until and unless you won't be a speaker, who would listen you and how you would convince people? Communication skill and speaking skill must be next level. In which I am not saying to you, you must have a great word, great vocabulary, great literature, great poetry to motivate people. Not at all. There were a lot of kings. They were fall down. But if you have good leadership skill, look at our prime minister. Why he is being famous, and he was being famous because of his speaking skill. The way he does speak doesn't matter. He does speak lie, he does speak truth, that doesn't matter. But the matter is you must be a great speaker. And how you can be a great speaker? Interacting with a lot of people, a lot of community. How do you observe? Do you be in a society or not? Are you down to earth or not? These all things are come under this all. There was a lot of things, they were a great speaker, that's why they were able to become a greatest king. I would like to put an example of the one of the Mughal, whose name was Babur. He had established Mughal in India, So what he was losing his battle, and all of a sudden he had said, we had beaten in war, not in a mind. So it's all does matter. Mentally, how much you strong doesn't matter. Physically, how much you strong. There are people those are physically strong, but they are mentally weak. That's why they are unable to get a success in their life. Look at Stephen Hawking. Physically, what he was nothing. His each and every body part had stopped to do work, but his mind was on a track. Mental capacity, ability does matter. Look at MK Gandhi. Physically, he was nothing, but the man changed the world, not only India. It would be a bit harsh to say only India. People do respect each and every corner of this entire world. Look at Nelson Mandela. Now, which skill is second skill? I guess when do we talk about leadership skill, the second skill must be how do you make represent yourself. Are you, if you are extreme person, you can't be a leader. If you get anger, you can't be a leader. If you get even emotion, you can't be a good leader. Leader must be leader. Have you seen any kind of the leader? They be emotional or they get anger? Not at all. It's the sign of the common people. Aurangzeb, who's most hated person in this country, couldn't able to be a best leader. Why? Because he was common human being in the sense of this skill. He used to get anger or he used to be emotional. Instead of that, he used to be neutral at that time. And managing this skill, it takes lot of year. Number three, that is a relevant and one of the best skill. Keep listen carefully that aspect because I think that is the thing which makes different in your leadership skill and the common personality skill, which I call work like a slave and behave like a king. What this is nothing. Do hard work, but your behavior must not be like a slave or must not be like a worker. Your behavior must be like a king. Try to explore things. Use your money in best skill which can lift up yourself, lift up your personality. You must have power, you must have money, and for that, you need to work like a slave and you need to behave like a king. And the fourth one, that is the relevant aspect, which I think, are you polite or not? If you are not polite, after a particular time, you will get hatred and you can't able to rule a lot in any field. You must be a polite. And the fifth, which may be analytical, that's what I do call in my language when we do talk about a leadership skill, that is your fundamental. What in the sense of fundamental? When you had decided to be leader, what kind of the motto, what kind of the goal, what kind of the target you had set for yourself. If it wasn't emotional, you can't be a good leader. Let's say somebody is want to be a leader only for the power and the money. He can't be a good leader because he can't convince anyone else. You only he could convince. But what about the remaining people? So you must understand what is your basic fundamental, what you had decided. These are the five quality which make difference. There are people they would tell you so many quality, but it is the quality. If you have, you can become a great leader. Once again, I would say that, and I have read a lot of philosophical aspect and the terminology and the book. And one I came to know, leaders are born. There are so many leaders, they have so many skills, but still they are unable to do lot of things which they could have done. And that's one thing which makes different that I feel leaders are born, they can't be made. It inbuilt skill. That's
Yeah.
what I would say. And which you need to understand. And even there is no bad to be slave. If you are a great slave, this is more than any king also. So just understand your skill, what you can do better. That does matter. Doesn't matter. You need to be king. There are people they can't able to be king, but they are kingmaker. They make king. This is also high post. Each and everything are respectable. The fact is, do you understand yourself or not? This is the best thing. Over to you.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you for your great speech. And I want to add a few more things according to my perception. Here are some six steps are there actually according to my perception. I want to fix, I want to mix it. Those six steps, the first of all, and develop self-awareness. The first step is become good leadership is to develop self-awareness, understanding your own strength and weakness, values and beliefs will help you definitely so identify areas where you need to improve and communicate effectively. A good leader is able to communicate effectively with their team. This means being a good listener, asking questions, and providing clear and concise instructions. So the third step is lead by example. Good leaders lead by example. They set high standard for themselves and their team and work and hard to achieve them. The fourth point is foster positive work environment. A good leader creates a positive work environment that promotes and network and collaboration and creativity. This means recognizing and rewarding good work and providing feedback and being approachable and supportive. And the develop your emotional intelligence, what you told. So emotional
Mm.
intelligence is very essential to ability to recognize and understand it by your own emotions. And those of other good leaders have high emotional intelligence and are able to use to build strong relationship with them, with their team. And the last is they continuously learn and improve. Yeah, yeah. But finally, a good leaders are to always learning and improving. They seek out to new things and skills and experience that will help to become a better leadership qualities. So these are the few more things I want to add. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you for
Thanks.
your good interaction, good great words regarding how to develop leadership skills. Sir. Thank you, sir. See you later. Bye.